Good morning, believers. Good morning, Israel. It's your brother, J.D. Nija. I'm here in Santa Ana. Came to the Boost mobile store. My YouTube won't load. When I push the app icon, the screen comes up for a minute, but before it ever loads, it just goes back to the original screen, whatever the fucking screen with all your apps on it, the front page, whatever it's called. Fucking not very tech savvy with these words, your page, your front page. So I'm trying not to be anxious, and this part of town is really weird. Look at this guy. It's raining. He's in shorts that look like pajamas, and he has these funky slippers on. Man, Santa Ana, it's full of people. It's very busy. So I'm out of my element right now, and I don't know why I feel so anxious the last couple days. It's funky. But anyhow, welcome to the channel, Word of Truth. I'm going to see if I can even download this video, but this guy will be here, Boost Mobile. He'll be here in an hour, so I'm going to do a lesson while I'm sitting here. All right, Heavenly Father, bless the message, bless my brothers and sisters who are here today, your family, your sons and daughters. We love you, we honor you, and praise you, and we bow before you. We know that you are the one who leads us, and we follow you wherever you lead through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. You're welcome. So, I opened to, how do I look without a mustache and a beard? Funny, I have funny lips, huh? I'll admit it.
Sabo couldn't do it, and he was second choice. I thought you said you.
Sorry. So I was in the back of the book, and I came upon the word witch. It was in the contents, not contents. Oh, what do they call it? My brain, the index of, let's see what they call it. What do they call it? Where you get the words? It's a concordance. But in a lot of books, it's called a, I forget. You know, has the word, has the meaning. Dictionary. Anyhow, man, my brain is not braining. Modern culture is, modern society, it's not good for humans. Moves too fast. Everything moves too fast. And they throw too much shit at you all the time to the point where you can't think straight. So anyway, I was looking up witch, and it brought me back to there was a reference to Deuteronomy 18. And just let me read it. I'm gonna try not to step on my own dick on this one. This is something that's hard for a lot of people to understand because we're in the midst of it. Witchcraft. Witches, witchcraft. Fucking divinations and snake charmers and liars and people that do wicked pagan bullshit like Easter and Christmas and things like that. I don't want to scare any of you off, but yeah, we're not really supposed to be doing Easter and Christmas, but I'm not gonna bug you on that. That's one of those things that I can warn you, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do. So, anyway, it says Israel to avoid pagan practices. It starts in Deuteronomy 18:9. So we're talking about witches, witchcraft, and pagan, earthly people. When you are to come into the land which the Lord thy God give thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. So, the abominations, the detestable things. See, people don't feel like Easter's detestable. They don't feel like Christmas is detestable. They don't feel like Thanksgiving is detestable. They don't feel it in their heart because they don't believe it. They don't believe that it's bad. So, me, in my heart, I detest Easter. I detest Christmas. Those are false holidays. And in my heart, it hurts to see everyone do that every year. It hurts. And I'm going to try and explain to you why. It's supposed to hurt you. It's supposed to make you think, this ain't right. Buying gifts and putting them under a tree and worshiping bunnies and eggs and rabbits. And I mean, come on, man. Don't do the detestable things that the other nations do. There shall not be found among you, verse 10, there shall not be found among you any one that makes his son or daughter pass through the fire. That's Molech. They still do. Like, they don't do sacrifices. They kill children. They sacrifice them. They make them pass through the fire. Molech was a hot iron dish that they would heat up and put the babies on and sacrifice them to pagan gods. So, sick shit. And we still see it going on today. That's what these high-level witches do. Do not make your son or daughter pass through the fire, or anyone that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Let's get it down here. I don't want to get it wrong. Let's start with pass through the fire. This section contains some stern admonitions against any indulgence in sorcery. The exact nature of this practice seems to have been a kind of trial by ordeal. The context indicates that the offering of a child is for the particular purpose of determining or discerning the course of events. This probably was the motivation behind the Moabite king's sacrifice of his sons in 2 Kings 3:26. So it's like throwing someone in a volcano. You're sacrificing someone to appease the coconut god or whatever it is, right? Divination, quesem in the Hebrew, was used of Balaam in Numbers 22:7 in Joshua. Saul asked the the witch of Endor to divine unto me in Samuel 28:8. The same word refers to the practice of whirling arrows in a quiver and deciding the answer to the question by the first arrow thrown out. It's what do they call that? Superstition. Divination is being overly superstitious. Observer of times may be a reference to divination by reading clouds. Observer of times, I would say this is where they don't get it. An observer of times, to me, I don't know if it's true or not. This is my interpretation, is people that are saying the rapture's next week. If you add these 1,200 days plus these 1,400 days minus 12 days, blah, 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 it's going to equal this, and this is the day that the rapture is going to be. To me, that's observer of times. You're trying to figure out what God's going to do by using your own cranky, broken down brain to do it. Observer of times. We see it all the time. To me, that's one of the worst forms of divination out there, because these rapture people are agreeing that they love God. They're saying they're saying they're Christian. They're saying they love God, but then at the same time they're trying to step in front of him and go, wait. Let me tell you when it's going to happen. Here, I got the answer. No one has the answer. And so to me, that's playing both sides of the fence. When you're an observer of times, it's like, yeah, the rapture's coming any day now, man. You could tell. You could tell because the 1,200 days went by and the 1,400, and then you add up. We don't know God's time frame. So anyway, enchanter, Menashesh. It refers to Joseph's divination by means of a cup and may point to a kind of hydromancy in which reflections on the water in a cup are observed. So, this is another one where people are tripping when, man, this goes back to a story. I'm going to try and spit it out real quick. Benjamin, when Joseph had the food for his brothers in Egypt, they went down there. They brought Benjamin. Jacob didn't want Benjamin to go because he was the favorite son of Jacob. Besides Joseph, Joseph and Benjamin were his two sons from Rachel. And when Joseph sent his brothers away with food, he put the cup of divination in Benjamin's bag to test the brothers, to test them. And so a lot of people, when they read that, a lot of interpretation was that it wasn't really a cup of divination. He just said it was because he was playing an Egyptian, right? He was playing an Egyptian, so a lot of people say Joseph didn't do divination. That was just an act. But when I read it, when I read that passage, I know that he did use that cup for divination. And these are the things that are debatable. Did Joseph use that cup for divination? I think he did. He was the top notch. He used it for divine divination. God was with him. So when you think of divination and witchcraft and things like that, it depends on your intent. So I guess what this lesson came down to is that witchcraft and thoughts and things that you do, it's all has to do with your intent. What is your intention? To hurt someone? To take someone for granted? To deceive someone? What's your intent? And that's what's amazing to me about the Black Hebrew Israelites, because I can't tell what their intent is. Are they sincere about their stupidity, or are they wicked? And they're doing these weird incantations and using these weird Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakadash. They're using words that we don't know. And I don't want to know. I don't like it. Speak English, bro. You guys are messed up, man. Black Hebrew Israelism. That's some fucked up devil shit. Just saying. Enchanter. So it says, observer of times, maybe a reference. Oh, what was it? Enchanter. Where was I? Joseph's cup. It refers to Joseph's divination by means of a cup. It may point to a kind of hydromancy. Witch, Mekashef, denotes a form of magic. Why do we dislike witchcraft? Because it's magic. The Magic Kingdom. Let's go to Disneyland. Let's go to the Magic Kingdom. Everything's magic. He has Mickey Mouse has his little magic wand, and he waves it around and creates magic. He's creating egregores in your mind. Fucking Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and these guys are doing magic. You don't want to be a magician unless your intent is right. Refers to one who cuts up herbs and brews them for magical purposes. Pharmakia. I just had a experience with that. I bought me some THC gummies to see if that would calm me down and cool my spirit, my anxiety and stuff. And when I came off of them, ever since I've come off of them, I've been feeling anxious and unsure and all that. It's like, man, I gotta remember to stay away from things that are compounded. Pills. I don't take much pills. I'm 63 and I don't take any medication. Pretty rare. So, pharmakia, witchcraft. What I say yesterday, they stick their spoon in the pot and they stir it up. Cause some shit. Witches. The term is used in Micah 5:12 for some such material as drugs or herb used superstitiously to produce magical effects. The noun therefore means enchanter or sorcerer. Wizard. This term is related to the verb to know or to consult a familiar spirit. Let me see what I got. Hey, phone's still working. Go figure. Anyhow, sorry, I was like, I don't know, I'm so spacey. I feel like someone put a spell on me or something. A wizard is a Yidoni. Necromancer. The Hebrew for this term means one who asks of the dead. All these practices are clearly condemned. So what have they done over the years and years and years? They've made us think that there's no such thing as magic. There's no such thing as witches. There's no wizards. Yeah, man. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. Deuteronomy 18:11. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations, the Lord thy God does drive them out from before you. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God, verse 13. What does he mean by that? Who is this? Moses? The Lord talking to Moses? Yeah, the Lord's probably talking to Moses. Don't do it. Watch out for these people. I'm going to drive them out. I'm going to drive them away. You be perfect. What's he mean by perfect? He means following. People go, you better follow Jesus. You better. They speak with their mouth, but they don't do with their actions. Oh, I follow the Lord. I'm a Christian. I believe the rapture's coming any day now. But at the same time, they're doing Christmas, Easter. They're celebrating Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving, and they're taking all kinds of pills and lying to people, witchcraft, sorcery, going to Disneyland. What he means by you shall be perfect with the Lord thy God means you don't look at anything as just it's just that. It's just Mickey Mouse. No, it's not just Mickey Mouse. No, it's not just the Magic Kingdom. No, it's not. That's how these devils get people fucking spun out in their mind. You can't be a Christian and be going to Disneyland. You can't be a Christian and be celebrating Easter. You can't be a real Christ follower. So what did the church do? The church got everyone following the church instead of God. Follow us. People are following the church and they're not following. Their intent is to be good, but the church is telling them what good is, and what the church tells you is good isn't good. Yeah, come visit us on Easter. Come visit us. Come see us on Thanksgiving at Thanksgiving service. I'm just saying, people. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I'm here to tell you what the Bible says. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of times and unto diviners, but as for you, the Lord thy God has not suffered thee so to do. I'm Israel. I can't do that. The Lord doesn't allow me to do that. It took a lot of years for me to go, why do I hate Easter? Why do I hate Christmas? Why? Why do I dislike Thanksgiving even though I love food? Because it's not of God. And as an Israelite, it doesn't fit my program. So we talked about witches. What's a witch? It's someone with bad intent. It's someone who doesn't... See, a lot of people don't even know that they have bad intent. Oh, I was just doing it to do this. I was just doing it to do that. Yeah, well, look what you caused by just doing that. You understand what I'm saying? People are innocent in their heart. They didn't mean to cause trouble, but they didn't think that shit through. And see, like me, I cause trouble, but I don't do it because I want to cause trouble. Usually it just happens because I'm just trying to have fun. And so even I do these things, I fuck up and it's like, man, I got to watch myself. I get myself in situations where I become the fucking witch. Because it's easy. We're in a fallen state. Sorry, guys. Fucking. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to come back. I'm going to keep reading right where I'm at because you got to read for context. That's how you learn the Bible. You read for context. If you want to know, the Bible will tell you. You just got to learn how to read correctly. All right, I'm out. I love you guys.